Welcome back. Now we go straight to some of the results that were released to the market in the course of last week. This is where the major work and where proficiency actually comes in. We look at Zenith, we look at UBA, we look at GTCO, all at the same time. Malam, looking at this result, it's like the gap between Zenith and the others, talking about the market share, continues to become wide. If you look at it, for example, where Zenith is recording 765.5 billion as turnover, Guarantee GTCO is just talking about 447.8 billion. Add a few billion, Zenith will be talking about double what Guarantee is releasing. And then UBA has even gone past Guarantee. As we speak now, I think we are yet to see the turnover from Access. I think the race is coming between UBA and Zenith. I think the company we should even be looking forward to, Aruna, is not GTCO, but UBA. Because the way they are coming with their turnover, and then Zenith is consolidating, being their, do I say senior?
No, I think it is very clear that investors, they have to shine their eyes and do their extra homework in order to get the best out of it. We go by the first name. The first name doesn't carry you anywhere. In the olden days, they will tell you Union Bank, First Bank. Today, nobody mentioned them. And we have seen a policy that worked for. Venice decided to remain as a company, not holding. Today, none of the holding can match with Venice.
At all.
So what is there in the holding? Ego. That is one. Two, we have to understand, how much are you giving me from earning? Today we are talking almost getting to 8 naira earning per share for a stock that is trading at 26 naira. So what is the PE ratio? Less than 5%.
I'm telling you.
So what are you waiting
3.4.
for? You did not take your position. And when it comes to the dividend, you must respect UBA. Because UBA is currently trading at 8 naira. And when you take the final dividend 80 kobo from the interim dividend 20 kobo, making 1 naira, how many UBA will you get in GT? More than 3. More than 3 for Venice. Yet you will earn almost the same dividend. So my investors, I'm advising you, please shine your eyes. Don't go by name. Look at the dividend yield. Look at the earning yield.
No, you are not telling them to still continue to look. That is why we are here. We want to look at which one is preferable here. No bias here. Okay? Now, looking at the earning per share you are talking about, and okay, let us, because again, earning per share, we will now have to look at it vis-a-vis what the PE, yes. So when we look at the earning per share vis-a-vis price, that is when the PE ratio comes to play. The PE ratio of Zenith is 3.4. The PE ratio of GTCO is 4.38. And then the PE ratio of UBA Aruna is 2.38. It's like UBA is grossly underpriced, going by the standard of this.
You know why that was? The market was expecting them to pay the same dividend they paid last year, but they surprised the market. And you can see that there was a growth in that dividend by 128%. I don't believe the market expected it. I think why we are saying UBA at 8.25 kobo, because this statement came in after the market. I believe by Monday we might not see UBA below 10 naira.
But sincerely, Malam, despite the decline, because looking at these three companies, as you can see on the screen here, right, on virtually almost all these parameters we have used, there are more than these that we could not accommodate. That is in turnover, profit after tax, and earning per share. UBA is on the growth trajectory. And then Zenith, but it is only Guarantee or GTCO that came down 1.63% in turnover. They are even losing their market share, and then their profit also is declining by 13.31. Is it as a result of the burden they brought upon themselves? Because one managing director will not want to quit and allow those that are coming take over, going to go and begin to gather companies together to say he's forming GTCO.
I think the truth of the matter is that it is now clearing that for you to play a better role in this market, you have to go beyond Nigeria. And that is why you cannot take it from UBA and Access Bank. You can see the growth in double digit. This is not recorded in GT, it's not recorded in Zenith. So what it means that if they really want to be relevant, they have to go beyond Nigeria and to go outside Nigeria and acquire more companies so that they will not be looked as a Nigerian bank. Rather is a bank for the entire Africa. And that is why you did not mention EcoBank. Go and see the changes in ETI. ETI tremendously changed because it is across Africa. And they have done very well in terms of their gross earnings, their earnings, their ETI.
The ETI you mentioned, let us talk about it. Because again, we're not to talk about it.
They have not released their result, but
by the time they release their dividend now, they are saying
0.16 cents.
Which comes to
67 or 68 kobo.
I'm very sure that this week the price of ETI will not
already be punished.
You see the investors, I warned them. Don't just be carried away by dividend. Look at
that again. You were saying that they should be carried away with dividend before.
No, you can look at the dividend because it's cash at hand, but at the same time look at the growth. A company that is declining, even if it is giving you good dividend, forget about it. You know where you are going. We have seen a company that pay us 1 naira 60 kobo, but nobody today is trading less than 1 naira. Not because they pay dividend, but we did not see the hope in the future. A company that declined in turnover, declined in profit before tax, declined in profit after tax, even if you sustain the dividend, for how long will you sustain it?
I don't think that is not because of dividend that happened. It was misconception. The market believed that it was 16 cents. We were looking at about 6 naira plus. So, and it was on bid as at that time when the result was released. It was that anger when people now discovered that it's not 6 naira, it is 67 kobo.
They began to dump it.
So it's not because they didn't pay.
Okay, Aruna, we have the cameramen here.
68 kobo at what rate? Is it at official rate or at the market rate? Because you have to look at dollar today is trading 580.
Nobody is going to be doing the exchange.
Nobody will go to either CBN or go to.
Everybody will do it at the official rate now.
What I did was just to go.
We should not be promoting unofficial rate.
But you have to pay the reality. If you want to buy dollar, what price?
In fact, that was not what I did was to go to.
If it is available at the official rate,
I don't went to currency converter. I wasn't asking whether I want my land.
Anyway, let's conclude this discussion on Zenith. And all right, the cameramen are here, the directors and all other in the other room, they are there, and very many of our people are there, staying glued this late night, watching what to say, what they can bring out from this particular presentation. UBA, GTCO, then Zenith, all of them the same form of business, the same industry. Which one would take the first priority?
I take UBA because of the growth rate, and I take UBA because of the lower price, and I take UBA because of high dividend. So when you take all these three, you will see that the stock of the picture is UBA, because if they have a growth of 22, don't mention of the Access Bank and ETI. If you want to compare them, maybe you bring UBA, you bring Access Bank, you bring ETI, because all of them they are across Africa.
They have not brought Africa.
But the three they look alike. But if you merge them with these two, GT and then they are more of Nigerians.
Okay.
And UBA is more of Africans.
Okay. Now, Malam, UBA closed 8 naira 25 kobo.
Yes.
On Friday.
Yes.
Having lost 1.2%. Okay, if I go peradventure to invest in UBA on Monday what price do you think UBA can get to?
I don't think UBA will go beyond less than 9 naira, because most of them, they are trading below a double-digit dividend yield.
Aruna, I come to you. Of these three, Zenith, GTCO, and UBA, which one do you think?
If the result that we find before us, I will also go for UBA. One, look at the earning yield of 42%. I look at dividend growth of 128.5% from 35 kobo to 80 kobo. And in fact, I believe that it is actually going to do, and you might not find that stock below 10 naira anymore immediately after this, because it's a company that, quarter by quarter, year on year, they are not looking back, just like we were talking about the decline in GDP.
All right, I think it has been a good presentation heretofore. We move to the next, which is Dangote Cement and Lafarge. In my village, it is commonly said, you only make comparisons among identical objects. That is the best interpretation I can do. Abi, sir, can you help me with better interpretation? All right, you make comparison with identical objects. Dangote Cement, cement manufacturer, then Lafarge, cement manufacturer. Okay, don't blame me, I'm a typical Yoruba boy, so I think it's allowed. So looking at the turnover for this thing is funny. When I was looking at it, that Dangote Cement started operations around 1992, if I'm not mistaken, whereas Lafarge WAPCO as Ewekoro Cement started operations around 1962. Malam, I'm sure you were not born then. And today, what Dangote Cement is reporting as profit after tax in 364.4 billion naira is more than the entire of the turnover recorded by Lafarge WAPCO at 292.08 billion naira. What miracle did Alhaji Dangote perform?
You see, very simple. The foreign investors are not here to develop us. They are just here to take advantage of us. Today, the Dangote branch of cement in Ogun State is more than 150% of the capacity of Shagamu Ewekoro altogether. They took Ashaka with 1 million capacity. Today, Ashaka remains with 1 million meter capacity. Sokoto Cement, that is 500,000 capacity, has moved to more than 4 million capacity Babua. So it shows you where the Nigerians are. Nigerians believe in Nigeria, and they are the ones that develop our country.
Malam, but you have told me at the time that I should rather invest in equities that have foreign investors before.
Yes,
on this platform,
yes, we have seen
like
it.
That.
Yes, we do look at
Why
that.
Why is the difference
but
here?
The difference is that these people are not willing to move beyond what they want to take from them.
And then Nigerians came up and took the market over from them.
Dangote is not only Dangote Nigeria. He is in Senegal, he is in Ghana, he is in Cameroon, he is in Sophia, he is Africa.
Now,
what we are seeing is Africa.
Let us bring these results now to 4. Looking at Lafarge at a price of
24
naira. All right, and then Dangote Cement at 273 naira 50 kobo. The PE ratio of Lafarge is 7.58. The PE ratio of Dangote Cement is 12.79. Earnings yield of Lafarge is 13.19. Earnings yield of Dangote is 7.83%. All right. Profit margin of Dangote Cement is higher at 23.34% than 17.40% of that of Lafarge. And then if you look at the dividend, the dividend of Dangote Cement, all right, the dividend of Lafarge, just multiply it by 20. That is the dividend of Dangote Cement. Of these two, which one will you advise a commoner like me, somebody who doesn't have money, but I yet want to make the best of the stock market? Which one will you advise?
It's Lafarge. Why will I say so? My people said that when the people that have their big body are shaking their big body, you that have small body, you shake your small body. And if you look at Lafarge is growing their turnover by 27% and profit after by 65%. Remember, they paid interim. So what actually they are declaring is 2 naira out of 3 naira 17 kobo. So to me, I feel that and the movement will appear more in the price of Lafarge. The worst that can happen to, or the best that can happen to Dangote Cement is go to 300, and we have seen Lafarge get it to 30 naira. If you get from 24 to 10 naira, that is 6 naira. So for somebody that is small that want to grow, I would recommend Lafarge.
Malam, let me put this question to you.
I have a different view.
No, let me put this question to you. You can now add that different opinion to it. Of these two performances, we have seen how that Lafarge that ought to be growing chose to become a Lilliputian in the industry where it was the number one and the biggest and the best. Okay? And then they folded their arms and some other people came and overtook them. So now they are just a small player in the industry. Going by the records that we can see, Malam, I put the question to you. Of these two companies, which one do you think is able, has the capacity to sustain the current level?
I will say go for Dangote Cement. My simple reason. Today, if you buy Dangote Cement, it will give you 20 naira. Lafarge, it will give you 1 naira. So what it means that you will get about 11 naira against 20 naira. Wouldn't you take your 20 naira? Then take 11 naira.
But we are not looking at the price at which somebody is going to buy.
What I'm telling you that today, one Dangote Cement will buy you 11 Lafarge, and 11 Lafarge will give you 11 naira, and Dangote will give you 20 naira. So you are there. But however, don't forget that Lafarge pay interim dividend for the first time. We hope that they will continue it. If they will continue it, we can say go for Lafarge, hoping that they will pay interim dividend for 2022 apart from the final dividend. Because if they will only pay 1 naira and stop, no additional interim dividend, I will say go for Dangote Cement. But if they are going to pay interim dividend as they did last year, I will say go for Lafarge. But don't forget, we need picture. The picture is in Dangote Cement, is not in the Lafarge. Today, a beige cement of Dangote Cement in Ogun State is outweigh the capacity of Lafarge.
I just did the calculation now. Anyway, if you look at the price of Dangote Cement at 273, and the price of Lafarge is just 11.3. So, which means in dividend payout, Dangote did better than.
Yes.
So a company can actually be high in price and pay you better dividend than a company that is low, if we look at that. But again, that is why we are here.
No, in addition to that, you see the beat of it. Dangote earn 21 naira per share and give you 20 naira. So this is where you want to be, and that is why Nestle is Nestle.
Okay,
it can pay you 96.
we have
Lafarge and 3 naira plus and give you 2 naira altogether.
One of them is stingy, Abi. I can also tell you that one is retaining its earnings for the future. One is paying everything. Let's go to another Dangote companies, National Salt and Dangote Sugar. All right. In the case of these two, Dangote Sugar is 1 naira dividend at a price of 15 naira 70 kobo. National Salt 40 kobo at a price of 13 naira 20 kobo. PE ratio 8.65 in Dangote Sugar. PE ratio 11.77 in National Salt. Profit margin in National Salt 8.93 and then 7.99 in Dangote Sugar. From this we can see that Nigerians actually take more sugar than salt. But Malam, I will ask you one question because again of our time. Which is preferable, National Salt or Dangote Sugar?
No, I say go for sugar. If
sugar.
People are buoyant, they will add more sugar. Even if you are rich, you will not add more salt. Salt is
Malam,
a
you and I, we don't take sugar now because of our age.
Notwithstanding,
Do
most
you
of
take
the
sugar?
product
but I take sugar in other way.
But sugar,
I
you
take-
can
I
take
take,
it in
uh,
So
other
you
way.
are also came behind
Sugar, you see the growth of turnover.
All right, it's done. We now come to your NGX. I know the two of you will not criticize because you are their member. Okay, looking at the result, 12.95% in turnover growth, and then profit after tax 22.25% growth. Their profit margin excellent, 33.07%. Earnings yield rather low, 5.50%. PE ratio 18.17 is still high as far as the NGS is concerned. But again, this is just their first major after the demutualization. All right, Aruna, will you advise that I buy more or sell a whole?
This is a stock for the future.
But
Because
not
all
for-
this volume,
Not the stock for today.
you know, because why
Not the stock for
no,
today.
why it may be punished today because they didn't pay dividend.
Okay, Malam, this stock does not pay dividend. This company does
My
not.
representative in this council, I will tell them, advise them well.
What will you have?
Look, there is nothing wrong, even if it is 25 kobo, pay
They
a
should have
dividend.
paid.
Because when you pay a dividend, this stock will be qualified for the institutional investor like pension fund to participate into it. And it's better for the company. Now, for the first time you have earned, you refuse to pay, who will be sure of your earning?
Oh.
Pay something.
Pay something. All right, we quickly leave NGS. Do we talk about this Adova? All right, it's not worth analyzing. What do you think is the problem with that? Back in days, we do see the angel that used to come once in a while to trouble the water. Now there is no angel.
Angel has traveled.
And so what is up?
I think the problem is that it's management. You know, one of all these things we look at result, we say it's management, it's vision and mission. If they know exactly what to do.
So in this case, they don't know what
the man who was there know exactly
so
what to do.
investors in Adova now, they are hooked.
That is exactly what is
No,
that
not
is said,
really.
Because
You
bringing
know, not
negative any passion.
Not really, because I still want to believe that I have seen all the oil result of the total MRS 11 PLC, all of them, they are doing very well. So if all of them, they are doing very well, why Ardoba is not doing very well? So Ardoba have to come and explain them why they declare loss, not profit. Because we have seen it all. They have deregulated the entire oil
Malam,
product.
if they do not come to explain, what do you think investors should do?
Well, the investor, I would say, be patient. Because it's the same Ardoba want to acquire Rain Oil. If they want to acquire this company, where do you want to do it?
All
Because
right.
they see value.
We will probably take off from there next week, if I remember. Adova, we still have champion breweries that we have the table here, but we couldn't work on because our time is fast spent. It has been likely a very informative session. I want to say, as usual, a very big thank you to you, particularly if you are one of those people that made the call to someone and they got connected. I want to say a very big thank you to the management of Lagos Television for making this platform available. God will bless you. And again, I want to say a very big thank you to the staffers of Lagos Television. Malam, I want to say a very big thank you to you, Aruna. Very big thank you to you. And I will always say big kudos to my team. You are the best. By the special grace of God, we come your way again the same time, the same station next week. Until then, I remain yours sincerely in wealth creation, in circulation and preservation. Abayomi or Babalido. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your week.
This is the future. This is the time to do more. Give more. Help more. Be more. A future where more compassion and more empathy will make us more human. A future where more technologies and more digital platforms will help bring more people to safety and prosperity. Welcome to the future. Here, you can be more with us. Access, more than banking.